I wanted to just touch on like who are funerals for, right? And that's kind of a heavy topic to start the show off with. But that's what's been on my mind because
I always laugh at a lot of death stuff.
yeah.
I don't know why, but it's just kind of humorous to me. My staff, they like, we were actually laughing today because I was talking about somebody dying, and I started laughing.
Yeah.
And they're just like, man, you laugh at death a lot. I guess the only death I don't laugh at is my own.
Exactly, man. Well, it depends on what context it is.
Yeah.
But and the reason why it's on my mind is because, of course, like my mom passed a few months ago or last year, and so what bothers me about it is not that she's passed, because people have to come to this earth and leave the earth, right? So that part I understand, but that's when I ask myself, who are funerals for? Because there are people, close family members, and people who would say they were like best friends to my mom. People I had to call aunties and uncles growing up.
Against your will.
Yeah. You know, people I couldn't like smash their daughters because we're fucking fake family.
Time out.
Hold on.
That's a thing.
That's a thing. Like, oh yeah, you know, my mom. You know, we're cousins. My mom is your auntie. No, they just call each other.
The rules of incest were well established. We need some sort of blood tie, or all holes are open.
Right. It should be. But, and the point of that is, but like, so these people, you know, like they skip out on my mom's funeral, and like the family doesn't hear from them either. And it's like, you know, I don't know. I feel some type of way about that. I don't like that. So it's like, okay, if a person passes, what is your responsibility if you know that person? Is that something where you can just keep to yourself because you had a personal relationship with that person? Or do you show up for the family? You see what I'm saying? To show the family, like, okay, I'm here for you, blah, blah, blah. Because the person's passed away, regardless of what you believe and think, if the person's hovering around the funeral and like, okay, this person didn't show up, I'm going to fucking hunt his dreams. Whether you think what's going on or not, it's like, okay, say if you think just this person has passed away, deceased, and they're gone in the mist, okay, they're never going to know what I'm going to do or not going to do. Should you show up? You know, not should you, but, you know, like,
what kind of is should you or should you not?
Yeah.
Funerals are, I think, for the surviving family member and friends. The dead person's dead. They don't care. And so it is a opportunity at some level of closure. And I think that you know, that's who it's for. Now, who shows and who doesn't show? That's interesting. I mean, if there's an existing beef, like let's say that, you know, somebody was a friend to your mother but really never got along with your father for whatever reason. Like, it might be awkward to go. It might be best to sit it out and let the immediate family have their moment without thinking, you know, what's this jerk doing here? So I would give that person a pass. But I think it is a show of respect to appear.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I didn't go to your mom's funeral, but I felt compelled to go. There was a
we
gathering.
Had the fish fry, yeah.
And I really felt strongly that I should be there.
Yeah.
As your friend.
And these people I'm talking about, they didn't show up to either.
Yeah.
And
I think I think that's tough, but people reveal themselves in troubled times. And sometimes you have to deal with that harsh truth that this person's, you know, this is just what they are.
Yeah. And I've been saying to myself, I wonder what I'm going to say when I see these people in person. You know, what's funny is the guy I talk about is, you know, he's my favorite uncle, my mom's brother. He's my favorite uncle because he's the most interesting person in the family. Not because he's the best or whatever, but my Uncle Lilo is he's the
Uncle Lilo.
Uncle Lilo. And it's not just because his thing hangs down to his ankle. He's just the most interesting person on that side of the family. He didn't even show up to the funeral. Now I got to fucking have a beef with him. It's like, yo, you didn't even show up to your fucking sister's funeral or the fish fry. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And, you know, and I'm just wondering, like, am I going to lose my shit when I see these people in person? Because I have strong feelings about that. Like, these people not showing up. Like, you know, these best friends that they, you know, and they call each other, talk to each other every day and do all this bad shit together. And all of a sudden this person passes away and you don't show up.
Yeah. You haven't seen any of the people that didn't show?
No, and
Are
I
they
can
hiding
understand,
out?
Some people funerals are not your thing. Okay, that's why the family puts together, like you said, we had a fish fry thing, that gathering where family and friends got together. We had the thing that's after the funeral, whatever they call that. You know what I mean? Like there's other things you can show, or damn people. That were here out of state. My auntie on my dad's side from fucking Philadelphia sent a card and money. You don't have to send money, but that's another thing. Why do
I
people
want to
send
talk
money?
about that. I want to talk about that.
We had like 5 or 6 people
Yes.
send money.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm not going to send money. If somebody
I just had an experience like that where somebody passed away and like there was like a collection of money.
Yeah.
Like, what is the point of this?
I guess because you don't know because funerals are expensive. So I guess you don't know if the whole funeral has been covered.
Let's get some details before we just start throwing around the cash.
Hey, you guys need some help?
Yeah,
with,
what's going on here? I don't like that. It's just generically like send
weird.
the money.
It's weird.
Well, somebody explained to me that like when that happens, typically, obviously you have a loss in the family, but there's going to be like maybe a lot of relatives and friends around it. So like have money to get like extra food and almost kind of entertain people, that's like an immediate need that maybe people need.
That makes sense.
And when it said it that way, yeah, I kind of get that.
Yeah,
We're going to have a bunch of people around the house that aren't always here. We need to have something, some food or some drinks or whatever. I get that. So it made some sense.
But if it's a nice sized family, a decent sized family, you would think people can pitch in the cousins, the uncles, aunties, brothers, sisters, and handle that cost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you would think. Yeah,
you would think.
It's weird. Like, I mean, that's that thing where like money changes a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, then there's like, then you get into the level like what in terms of your family, what's your relative level of success, and then does that change the expectation?
Yeah.
If you're perceived to be like the most successful person in your family, like, are you supposed to foot a big chunk of the bill? And a couple people that are struggling just slide under the radar? I mean,
exactly. And then also, if you send money to me, and somebody close in your family passes, am I supposed to now send you money?
Right, exactly.
We're in different financial brackets. I mean, I appreciate your efforts, but I can't give you money every time somebody passes in your family. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I don't know. It gets yeah.
Now I'm much more. I mean, I don't like the money thing. I can get it, and particularly if you know that the immediate family doesn't have a lot of resources. But just to generically offer up money just seems a little weird to me.
Yeah.
And I value personal connection, and so to me it would mean more if somebody reaches out to me or maybe comes to one of the related events around the funeral. That I would remember for sure more than somebody throwing $100 my way.
Yeah.
That's just going to get spent and gone.
Yeah.
So
what about the people who do these like crazy type of funerals where it's like, well, this person spent most of his time in a strip club, so that's where we're gonna have the service. So like they do these things in real life, man.
I'm all for it. I think that's funny, man. I do. Like I just it's do you know what a Viking burial is?
No.
Apparently you take the dead body, and if somebody knows this better than I do, say so, and you put it in a boat and you push it out into the water and you fire like a flaming arrow and the whole thing goes up in flames.
What the hell?
I was like, that's pretty spectacular. I was kind of attracted to that idea.
And then they probably cremate the body. Like,
whatever. Well, there ain't much left. I mean, like, some fish get it.
Well, maybe you save a few dollars at cremation and do it that
exactly.
way.
What is a flaming arrow these days? And a gallon of gas. I'm sorry, that's a problem.
Yeah, high as gas is right now. Right?
So, no, I don't know. I mean, I like that. I mean, if somebody, is that connected to something, why not? If that's their last wish, what the hell?
Yeah.
My biggest problem is I plan on getting cremated, but then I don't know what's supposed to happen with the ashes.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Where did the ashes get spent?
Like, I really don't want. I don't want somebody to have the burden of like keeping those things. Like, like my daughter, my son, it's like, hey man, this is your job. You gotta keep these ashes. Like, it's
every
just
time
weird.
they move, they have to make sure that this urn goes with them.
As much as I shit, though, there's been some popular notion that just flushing me down a toilet would be a fitting end.
Most people like want to go out over an ocean.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But it's like I've not spent any significant time on the water. Like, it's not like some big thing to me.
No,
so it's
I'm not
like
a beach bum.
I don't know, man. Maybe scatter my remains at the JCC or something on the court.
Hey, it'd be your last chance just in case religion is real. And then, at the Jewish Community Center, man.
That's right. I am part Jewish, though.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
I didn't know it until I was about 32, and my mom told me.
Yeah.
It was hysterical. She was down visiting one time, and she just randomly popped off hey, we're part Jewish. Really? Went to the Catholic Church my whole childhood. Nobody ever mentioned it. And then my daughter, she looks and goes, maybe Grandma was keeping it a secret because the Nazis are still looking. Like, she's about 6 at the time. I'm like, what the hell, Holland?
Well, yeah. So we'll see, man. When I see those people in person, we'll see.
I'm just shocked you haven't seen them. Are they like out of town or something?
No, man, no.
Do you think they're deliberately staying away?
No, I just don't spend a ton of time in the hood anymore.
Okay, not a ton.
Not a ton of time, man. I don't really.
Just a couple 100 pounds.
Yeah, man. I speed through, man.
Okay.
I holler at my daddy, hey! And the car keep on rolling, man.
I mean, do you think it would be your nature, though, to like get in a confrontation?
Probably so.
Really?
With those people, you can't avoid it. They only talk a one way. There's not a lot of different ways of communication you can communicate with those people. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
But you don't think it would be possible to run into them and just kind of not bring it up and it doesn't get brought up?
No, it's absolutely no way.
Okay.
It's absolutely no way.
Yeah, fireworks in Eatonville. And it ain't the 4th of July.